International radio personal about the on WBS. We want to keep the number of internet station out one to introduce other the platform of internet station with social media sites. So enjoy what we have done today. Excited about radio, what it do. I'm excited to be here today. I'm Dr. Rosalie Smith, the host of our awesome show, which is Straight Talk No Chaser, where we just talk about just plain old life issues on WBSW Radio, the number one internet station. Excited because we have a chance to be interactive with you because we want you to enjoy your moment. So we want you to check us out on the website. The website is WBSW Radio, the internet station, 23.wic.com. You can chat with me as the host by joining me as a guest on StreamYard. And here's your link. That's StreamYard.com/ABPFCQWE82. That's the way you can hook up with me. If you want to share your opinion, story, or examples live with me in the world, you can go to C2 at WBSW Radio, Facebook.com, Bigo Live, TikTok Live at Dr. L. D'Alberto Smith. And we have a second and a third Facebook channel, which we have, in essence, Zeta Phi Sigma Greenville, which is a Facebook channel. Then we have Five Star Sports Academy. So we want to thank each and every one of those individuals for allowing us the opportunity to be able to broadcast on their station. So truly thank you so much for taking time to share with us and we share with you. Thank you so much. Riverside FM, that's at Dr. Lorenzo D'Alberto Smith. StudioRadio.com, which is at WBSW Radio, the internet station 23, Super Live, which is WBSW Internet Radio, Tango.com, which is WBSW Radio 14059, Twit, which is at Dr. L. D'Alberto 2017, and we have two YouTube channels operating. That's the Smithway Enterprises and another YouTube channel, Dr. Lorenzo D'Alberto Smith. Our on-demand episode, if you want to check some of the shows that we already been and provided for you, they are available for WBSW Radio on Alexis, as well as Apple Podcasts, Edge, iHeartRadio, uh, Podbean, Pod Paradise, Stitchers, Pandora, Spotify, as well as Apple Podcasts. Amazon Podcasts. What we need for you to do is type in Podster FM and put in W Radio. It'll populate the information and it'll give you a chance to check it out on each one of those uh, networks. So truly, we thank you for your support by going in and let us know what your number is going to be, by checking to see where you have joined us. It's exciting. WSW Radio, the #1 internet station, have listeners and watchers in 60 countries and on 6 continents. We're interactive, as I said earlier. You got a chance to make a request to be live with us, or go to StreamYard and you can be live with us, where you can actually share your thoughts. We can go back and forth and we can communicate with one another. So that's interactive. We're excited also to have you register for WVSW Radio giveaways by sending your name along with a means of transaction, which is Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, and that's at Lorenzo D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. We'll be wrapping up more prizes in the coming week and closer to the holidays. We'll be having food vouchers, gas vouchers, gift cards, book bags, Greek school, professional team apparel. You have an opportunity to get a car wash. You can also get 2 movie pass and also dinners. We'll be giving away dinners. We want to give a shout out to those brothers of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity on this Saturday in Luverne, Alabama, in Luverne United Methodist Church. Those brothers from 1:30 to 3:30 will be giving away free Thanksgiving dinners. It's first come, first served. So take to make sure that you are available to take part in this. So truly, it's a blessing. I'm looking at my camera, it's telling me that it's off. Also, you have an opportunity to sow a seed with WBSW Radio by sending a like. Hit the like button. If you just joined us, hit the like button. I want you to hit the like button. I need for you to hit like. We want at least 1,000 likes today. Hit that like button, whether you're on StreamYard or whatever you're on, whatever network, hit the like button. Also, we want you to monetize with us through Facebook, TikTok, Bigo Live, Super Live, Tango, and YouTube. We have actually 3 Facebook channels that's operating. Then we also have 2 YouTube channels operating and all the other opportunities. Go in there and monetize with it. We would really appreciate you supporting us that way. Our title today is the 7 love language. We had talked about the 5 love language, but there's a 6th and a 7th. We're going to focus more on the 7th love language. And we're going to just think about, I just want you to think about, what's the 7th love language? You know, we talk about words of affirmation. We talk about receiving gifts, physical touch. We talk about quality time, affirmation. We talk about that, but what are some things that are entailed in all of that that could be your 7th love language? And we want to take this opportunity to kind of talk about it a little bit, and it's important that we do that. First of all, we always try to agree what exactly we're focusing on. What is the 7th love language? You ask yourself, what is the 7th love language? See, the 7th love language, they are new. They are activity. And let's talk about activity. How much work you're willing to put in so your relationship can be successful, your marriage can be successful. It requires hard work. It requires you to use quality time. It requires you to be willing to put the energy in. All of this is important. So your activity is to make sure your relationship is successful is a love language. Appreciation. You must appreciate your mate. Make sure you appreciate them by doing things, saying things, uplifting them, emotional. See, here we're talking again, we talked about emotional IQ, we talked about emotional intelligence, we talk about being stable, we talk about mature. It's a love that allows you to connect and bond with your mate. So it is a love language. Then we have finance. See, when we're talking about well-being, we're talking about financially earning position. Now, truly think about when we're talking about finance. What do you bring to the table? What I mean is, do you bring a lot of loan and debt with you? See, but that's why it's important that you vet people. You can find out their financial status. You can find out what they are. It's amazing. Many years ago, a young lady was had an interest in a guy on the net online, and a friend of mine at that time that was their friend, and they was curious. I told them, why don't you just go and research the book? Use that supercomputer. You're talking about 2017 and 18. Go use that supercomputer and research that person. And they found out because they paid the extra dollars that individual had almost $1 million of debt, but they had a big interest. Now, when they come, they bring that debt with them. So they don't come by themselves. So you have to keep in mind, we're focusing on the financial. You have some people who are emotionally spenders, and or they so emotional they try to keep up with the Joneses. When you do that, that puts your finance in a terrible situation. Intellectual, how intellectual are you? Let's keep in mind, we're talking about gender now. It's to be intellectual, there's a lot of communication. Sometimes people talk too much because they try to show how smart they are. And the truth of the matter is showing you how intelligent and how intellectual you are is two different things. And too many times we get caught up in the same. You want to be the smartest person in the room, but you don't bring with you that ability to be able to do that. You can just talk about a few things, but talking a lot does not show that you're intelligent. It does not show that you're intellectual. See, sometimes it's good to keep your mouth closed because it works in your favor. We're talking about a seventh love language, and we have physical. See, we're talking about taking care of ourselves. See, we want to be physically healthy. So it's a love language that if you're physical healthy, it's easier to kind of share things. But don't be where you are not healthy, but you're trying to tell everybody else, don't look at that. You have to look at how physical, what kind of diet are you using? What diet are you eating? Some things you just can't eat because our body just won't take it. And it leads to some things later on we can't more weight than you should go with your BMI. That's one of the biggest things. Some people talk about BMI not meant for everybody. For everybody. Because it's the first thing your doctor go do when they check you, they're gonna check to see whether you are over that 30 in the BMI based on your weight, based on your height. And you have to be physically in a good enough shape to be successful. If you want to be successful, you got to have the energy to do the work. You got to be able to go when it's time you don't think you can go. This is what it's all about. You have to take care of your family. You don't expect somebody else to take care of your family. A lot of people in some positions are really thinking that some organizations should take care of their family. Then the next thing that's so important, part of the seven languages. Language is practical. How practical are you? You have to ask yourself, are you using practical objects to be, or action to be successful? Practicality. A lot of us focus on theories because we got these degrees and all these avenues that make us look on paper good. But that's theory. Tell me about practicality. Meaning what practice is put in place to make you successful and also help the people around you. So as we look at it, let's repeat those seven new love languages, which is the seventh love language. They call it activity, appreciation, emotional, financial, intellectual, physical, and practical. How practical are you? See, depending on the proposed expansion of the seven love languages, we could see a concept which includes emotional check-in and emotional support. We can consider that to be a love language. As I said earlier, it's the connection, it's the bonding. If you're emotionally stable and mature, you should be able to bond and be successful. But if you're not quite mature because I can't control my anger, I can't control my temper, I can't control my mouth, you're not emotionally available. You can't keep yourself in check because you know the biggest problem is that you're so used to doing it your way. So you can't offer anyone else support. So when you're talking about this love language, the love language emphasizes empathy, understanding, and regular discussion or discussing feelings and well-being. We have to talk about our feelings, talk about but we can't operate to the point that when we're out there emotionally reacting to something because of it hurt our feelings. Emotions, where feelings is part of it. Just like anger, like grief, it's like respect. See, these are the emotions that you got to keep in check. Can you check yourself? Because you must govern yourself so you can be emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, as long as spiritually well. Your wellness means a lot. So emotional check-in and emotional support. Present to growth. Present to growth. See, this is about actively supporting a partner's personal development and dreams. The present in growth. You're there. You're present for the moment. So your mate, personal development, and dreams can excel. So you must be able to support, actively support them. Digital communication and digital presence. See, this is just a modern expression of love through text, shared minutes, social media interaction, and video call. Digital communication and digital presence. Finance. The language of finance focus on feeling love when a mate is responsible and generous with shared resources and money. Finance as a seventh language, seventh love language. Intellectual intimacy. This involves feeling love when a mate engaged, with thoughts, ideals, and curiosity on a deep and mental level. Thoughts, they have ideals, and they're ready to engage deeply with you on a mental level. How deep are you willing to go? If you're ready to go deep, you understand the seventh love language. So as we look forward, we want to make sure we understand how important it is the seven love languages to you as well as to me. Before we move forward, I want to give a shout out to the awesome sponsors that we have. That's Mary J. Sorry, Mary Ruth Restaurant. Ooh. L&T Store and Lunch Service, TriStat LLC, Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. We also have Elegant International Greek, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter of Greenville, Alabama. We're excited also to be able to have Magic Design and more. Those individuals take the time to support. And a new company that's called Just Focusing on Gear. It's more company that's focused on gearing up. What kind of gear you have? The gear that you have, like apparel, where you have coaching gear. It's a company that's selling. It's starting up. It's a startup. I understand. I'll be out and have more information. But they're willing to come in and support what we're doing. Thank you so much for supporting what we're doing. So as we move forward, we want to look at how can we tell which of the 7 love languages, now we talked about each one of them, is the most important to someone? How do we tell the importance of these love languages? See, just to determine which love language, the original 5 or the expanded 7 is most important to someone, you can use a combination of direct conversation, observation, and self-reflection. Just remember when you have a question to think about, having a direct conversation with them, observing them, and then being able to self-reflect on exactly what's going on. So as we look at why it's so important to understand the 7 love languages, we have to make sure we look at each one of them that falls in line. And we'll start off with observe the behavior. You have to observe people's behavior. When you say something, look at the nonverbal aspects. Don't take them for granted. See, people often express love in the way they prefer to receive it. See, pay attention. Pay close attention to the natural inclination in the relationship. Pay close attention to that natural part. How they respond, how they act. You ask yourself, how do you show you love? You ask questions of yourself. Do they often give you compliment, which is words of affirmation? Help you with your chores of service. Plan special date night, quality time. Initiate physical affection, physical touch. This is how they show their 7th love. The one observing behavior. How do you respond to the touch? How do you respond to those words of affirmation? Do you give them the acts of service? So you have to think about exactly what do that person request from you most often. Take time to think about it. If they frequently ask for back rub, physical touch is likely important. If they ask to sit, talk without distraction, quality time might be key. So you ask yourself, how do I express this observing behavior? How do I express and react to his love. What you have to do is notice his gestures, elicit the strongest positive response. Do they light up? When you give them the thoughtful note, a small gift? Do they seem deeply moved when you take care of the chore for them? These things you have to observe. Observe their behavior. The next thing is listen to their complaints. See, a person complains often reveal unmet. Their frustration can offer a direct clue to their primary love language. You have to always keep it in mind. Listen to their complaints. If they're saying you are always on your phone when we are together, could point to a need of quality time. You never tell me you love me. Suggest a need for words of affirmation. I do everything around here and you don't help. I indicate a need for acts of service. Next thing, acts directly. The simplest and most direct method to having an open conversation about love language is explain the concept and ask questions such as, what makes someone feel most loved and appreciated? Can you describe a specific time that they felt truly valued in a relationship? If someone had to pick one thing that could be done more to make them feel loved, what would it be? These are kind of questions have to be asked. You have to ask those questions. This leads to the next of the 7 love language. Use quizzes and assessment. Online quizzes can be fun. Low pressure ways to identify preference. See, the official 5 love language quiz is widely used. There's other resources offer expanded quizzes covering the 7th style called the 7 love styles. Take a quiz. Take the quiz together. This could be great for date night as an activity that fosters deeper discussion. Experiment with different expressions. Try expressing love in various language over time and observe which action produced the next significant positive reaction. For instance, plan a distraction-free evening called quality time. Let's see how they respond. Often a spontaneous hug or touch. Their arm while talking is physical touch. Surprise them by taking care of a task that they typically dislike. Acts of service. Surprise them with a hug again by using each one of these methods. You can identify the primary love language and make intentional efforts to express love in a way that are most meaningful, thereby strengthening your bond and your connection. I'm Dr. Willis D. Smith. I'm excited because it's straight talk, no chasing. We're focusing on just plain old life issues. It is the seventh love language, and we've been focusing on the important. Now we look at the three of them. This is WVSW Radio, number one internet station. I'm glad to be here to share with you the seventh love language. This is the theory behind the seventh love language theory. The seven types of love that Sternberg introduced is called fictitious love, which is when the passion and decision / commitment component of love are present. They are present in a relationship. But the intimate component is not. This is the second love theory. And it refers to consummate love, which is the second most important of love. It is described as an ideal and the most fulfilling form of love because it combines all three components. Those components are first, passion, intimacy, and commitment. You were asked, what are you looking for? You're looking for a combination of passion, intimacy, and commitment. It comes together. PIC, passion, intimacy, and commitment. See, a combination of deep emotional connection, physical and mental, and a dedicated decision to stay together is seen as the foundation for peace, happiness, and a long-lasting relationship. That's what consummated love is all about. It's that theory that focuses on success through the intimate components. It focuses on commitment. So when we look at the seven types of love in Sternberg theory, infatuation, lust, the associate state, likely or liking, which is your intimacy only. So infatuation is the passion only. Liking, intimacy, empty love, which is commitment only. Romantic love. So in your infatuation is your lust, the associate state. Your liking and empty love is true to your acquaintance stage. Your friendship include being compassionate, being romantic, being fetish. These are all love. Fetish and love involve passion and commitment. Compassionate involve intimacy and commitment. Romantic love includes passion and intimacy. You are now from friendship to the romantic stage. And as we move forward, we go into the long-term stage, which is the consummated love, passion, intimacy, and commitment. And some key points about consummated love. Idealized goals. See, many view idealized goals as the ideal form of relationship. Combination is the combination of the components of the theory, which is passion, intimacy, and commitment. Dynamic. A relationship can shift between different types of love over time, moving from one type to another is normal. For example, a relationship might start with passion and intimacy to include commitment. Passion, intimacy, and commitment. That's what you want. So the seventh love language allows you to reach the PIC, passion, intimacy, and commitment. That leads us to the 7 new love languages and 4 steps to get love heard. Break down the 7 love languages. Again, activity, people who focus on activity, love language, feel unique and valued. Appreciation, people who focus on appreciation, love language, feel loved. When the mate gives them compliment, praise, and thanks. Emotion, those who focus on the emotional love language feel love when the mate can connect with them and support them through complex and scary emotions. Financial, people with the financial love language feel love when their partner is generous with resources and see value in spending money to bring them make pleasure and joy. Intellectual, people with the intellectual love language like to connect through the mind. They feel love when their mate value their intelligence, respect their opinion, and participate in thoughtful discussion of important issues. Physical love language, people with the physical love language feel love when they receive physical affection, hugs, hold hands, and snuggles. So they want their mate to show their attraction and their love touch. Practical. People with the practical love language feel love when their mate chip in with everyday duties and responsibility. They feel cared for when their love one new choice and offer help. This leads to steps. Again, I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, the host of Straight Talk No Chasing, where we just focus on just plain on life issues. This is WVSW Radio, the number one internet station. I'm excited because we're interacting with everyone. I see individual, I always try to go back and give each person a hi. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for letting your notes, sharing your thoughts as well, because that's what we appreciate each and every one of you all doing. So when we're live, we just like for you to just take part in it. Type in your comment. I will take an opportunity to respond and give you a response. Now, let's look at the 4 steps to get your love language heard. The 7th love language heard. First of all, discover your love language. Which one are your love? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You said we ain't talking about 6. That's why we gave you 7. And you know 7 is centered around emotion and sharing. And that's a combination from 6, and 6 is shared. Discover your love language. Discuss results with your spouse. After you take the test, discuss your results. Have a conversation. This is the next step. Get your get your language heard with a gentle startup. You can start it up. The 7th love language. We talked, and hopefully it was enough to share with you. Take care of yourself. I want to let each and every one of you all know I love you all from my heart. And it's pure. I give you the same love because I love you. Because I understand love, because God loved me. Same love that God shared with me, I'm going to share it with you. Be safe. Take care of yourself. We will not be on tomorrow. We'll be back on Wednesday. And we're going to make it do what it do. And we're going to be talking some sports. Truly be blessed. Be careful. Be safe. Make sure you take care of your family. And I'm going to say to each and every one of you all, because it's coming from my heart, I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it. So be blessed, be safe, take care of yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow. And I'm sorry, we'll see you on Wednesday. That's tomorrow. And we're looking forward to seeing you then. And we always try to make sure we round it up with our I feel like this is our theme music. It's our theme music. We're all about hard work and dedication. Put it in. Put the work in. Give the quality time. Be respectful. Show your passion. Show your intimacy. Show your commitment. And you will be successful. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. And our time for our show on Wednesday will be 6 o'clock. So go make it do what it do.
Believe in yourself. School intelligence. And it will water it's born. My heart's the old blood is on the two ways you can go. And the time is one going hard. Bring it dedication. Dedication. Grind up. Vacation. I'm trying to choose. My heart's the old blood is on the two ways you can go. And the time is going hard. And the grind up. Vacation. I'm trying to choose. Is always need